Actually, our presenting sponsor. Wow. Colorado Hemp Project. Here's Bill Billings. Got some words of wisdom he wants to share with you here. Yeah, that's right. Get down. There you go.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to Salt Creek. I'm Wild Bill, Colorado Hemp Project. I've been in this industry since the beginning. Actually, one of Doug's books is called The First Legal Harvest, and we were in that. That was up in Sterling, Colorado, 6 years ago. The year before that, our buddy, old Ryan Laughlin, he was supposed to be here today. He's like the godfather. Threw it out before there was any farm bill or anything, and he told the feds to come get him, and they never showed up, so we give him all the credit. So anyway, first of all, I want to give a huge shout out to the people here at Salt Creek. Fran, I don't see anywhere. What an awesome woman. That's Margaret's mother. And Margaret and Aaron and Joe and everybody here that works on the farm. You guys are unbelievable. Good story. I was up here about 2 weeks ago, and I pulled into the field, and they was planting some plants up there. And Fran, ageless woman, she was putting these 20-some-year-old people right in the dirt, man. She was lifting them big plants, and what a wonderful woman. But thank you guys here at Salt Creek, number one. We couldn't have done this without you. Okay, first of all, I don't know if Morris mentioned it, we're all here because of one thing, and that is the plant. We're here for revenue too, but we wouldn't be here without this amazing plant and what it does for everybody. I mean, how many plants, that can shelter you, feed you, clothe you, and make you healthy? Hemp can do all of that. We can do the houses, clothes, and of course, all the cannabinoids that are in it. So that's why we're here, is the plant. Now moving on to the state of hemp, the wild, wild west is going to become the wild, regulated west here pretty quick. On August 1st, the USDA is going to come out with their rules. They rushed them through. They weren't supposed to be here till next year, but there's so many people getting into this hemp industry that it has to be regulated, and I'm all for that because there's so much bullshit out there as far as seed, CBD. Everything should be tested. Everything should be regulated. Because if you're putting something in your body, whether it be the food or the oil that you get from hemp, you want to make sure that it's good. So I'm really glad that these regulations are coming in. So get ready for that. That'll all be out here. It'll be just like regular agriculture with corn, soybeans, wheat, all that stuff's tested. So it's going to be commoditized, this product. And just like Doug was saying, the gold rush happened. You're still going to be able to make good money if you're doing CBD, if you're doing it right. It's not going to be the big money like, the first couple of years, guys were making $500,000 an acre. Right. Now, last 2 years, 2 years ago, we averaged on the net, it was about 20 grand. Last year it went down to about 12 grand. So there's so much being grown, but from a farmer's perspective, a real farmer that's been farming his whole life, you ain't making nothing on corn, you ain't making nothing on soybeans, you ain't making nothing on anything, and they're working their ass off. So this is creating a whole new industry in America. I think this year the CBD should still be good as long as your product's good, and it's going to get tested. It's going to get tested for the pesticides, the herbicides, the fungicides. It's going to get tested for heavy metals. Everything is going to get tested, and that's good. And even when it's extracted, it's going to get tested for residuals and stuff like that. And I feel that's really a good thing for this industry, and it's going to put a lot of people out of this industry that aren't good. And that's a good thing because we're trying to do the right thing to help farmers and to help people and to help animals. And the animal part, the livestock, is really going to take off, so you people are thinking about that. Guys, one of the gentlemen up here speaking later, Dion, over at SLV Hemp, they're one of the few people in the state that have industrial crops in their own processing. They have great protein that they make after they squeeze the seed in a cold press. One end of it comes out the hemp oil, which they use everything from salad dressing to make candles and soap. So that's cool. And the byproduct of that is the seed cake. And from the seed cake, you get the protein. And the protein in hemp is higher than any protein in the world, maybe except for soy, but it's more digestible and it's more beneficial. It has more benefits for you. It's got all the omega-3, 6, 9s in it. It's balanced in fatty amino acids. It's got everything you can need. So start doing more hemp oil, start eating more hemp, and you'll be healthier. Let's see where we are here. Okay, like I said, the demand for CBD is going to go up. The demand is going to go real up because people are just getting educated on this. What's going to happen is going to replace all the opiates, and we got a big crisis in that. I know so many people that have thrown away the pills and are just doing, cannabinoid CBD. Myself, I'm a perfect example. They told me at the VA I needed a new knee 5 years ago. I started doing 100, 125 milligrams a day. I still got my knee. I don't get swelling. I don't have pain. That was osteoarthritis. I had 3 biopsies for prostate cancer. First one, they thought I had cancer. Started amping up on the CBD. Everything went away. My PSA came down 5 points, so anybody out there that's having those kind of issues, get into it. It'll really help you. But I see nothing but that CBD market doing nothing but getting more and more bigger. But there also are more and more farmers and people that have never farmed in their life, and they think they're going to make all this big money per acre. You're not. It's going to be commoditized, but you're still going to make a hell of a lot more than yard growing corn, soybeans, anything like that. And like Doug said, try to grow organic if you can. I know it's tough. The biggest problem farming in this industry are the weeds. I'm sure everybody that's farmed out here, so you better have your cultivation set up right when you go out to cultivate, and then you're going to have to do a lot of hand hoeing, which we do in our fields to get around the plant. So that's creating jobs, and it's really tough to find labor, so we got to get more of the people up here from Mexico, Central America, give them jobs, give them an opportunity to experience America a little bit, because this is the best country in the world. So, let's all try to work together and do everything together. So it's just helping the whole industry, not only from the farming aspect, all the businesses that have branched out from farming. I mean, it's unbelievable, so many things. But the biggest thing yet that's really holding back this industry, and we're talking to a couple people right now, is it's coming to the industrial hemp, the tri-crop. The tri-crop is going to be the flower, the seed, and the stalk. From the seed, we can press the seed and get all the oil and the protein and all that. We can capture the flower for CBD, and then we're left with the stalk. I got 200 tons of stalk sitting down by Yuma, Colorado, that we can't do anything with. And the reason is there's not a decortication machine in this country that works real good and go up the scale. So whoever gets that infrastructure in here it's gonna be huge. Then we can start doing the houses, hempcrete houses. A good example, France has over 2 million hempcrete houses. Hempcrete, not allergen, won't mold, provides its own insulation, and when it dries, it's fireproof. 2 million homes in France. What do we got, maybe 10, 20 in America? My daughter is really into that. You'll hear from her later. She just gave a house away in Jamaica made from hempcrete. And I thought that was pretty awesome, trying to help humanity and stuff. So she's getting a big deal going on down there. But once we get the decortication machine, then we can go everywhere. You know, clothing, hempcrete, animal bedding, just, 20,000 uses for it. And in my opinion, the biggest thing that's going to come out of the hemp tech end of it is going to be supercapacitor batteries. There's already been some research done that if you strip the fiber from the plant and you cook it at a certain temperature twice, you can Google hemp for batteries and it'll give you a real good explanation of what's going on there. Everybody needs batteries. We can get rid of the graphene. The fibers produce a substance just like graphene, but it controls electrodes more. The problem right now is they can't capture and hold the energy. So there are people working in it. I know that Dr. Mitland, who discovered the process, he's up in Canada, he's working in New York. Over in China, they're coming up with it. But once it gets together, that's going to be huge. So then farmers can do big ag, and that's what this industry is coming to. You're going to have big ag, and then you're going to have boutique. And the boutique's going to have a lot to do with the rules and regulations again. And these politicians and people that make the rules ain't too sharp, as far as I'm concerned. They know nothing about hemp. It's all still perception. They think hemp's weed. And weed's a good thing too because it's helped everybody. It's helped Colorado immensely. If you don't smoke it, that's fine. Nobody's putting a gun to your head to go buy it. But it sure has created a lot of taxes in this state here. It's helping schools. It's helping law enforcement. If you want to do it. It's less harmful than alcohol, I can tell you that. You wake up in the morning, you smoke a joint at night, go to bed, feel good, you get drunk, you can't move. So that's my opinion, And I've done it all, believe me. Okay, and with the big ag and the boutique, those are going to be the markets. So if you're a boutique grower, you got 10 acres, the whole rule is going to come down to smokable is a huge, huge market in this industry, and it's becoming bigger. People like smoking it because it doesn't get you high. It's just kind of anxiety relief. I smoke pot, I smoke CBD, depends what mood I'm in. So, and I don't like pot that gets me, crazy. So, anyway, I just want to welcome everybody here. Morris, you did a fabulous job and everything. NOCO is the greatest show there is. You can go to East Hemp Expo, go to that. You doing Hawaii again this year? Yeah, everywhere. So I just want to thank everybody. I especially want to thank Fran, Margaret, and people here at the farm for having us here.